Welcome to the Wizard of Cause, your go-to podcast for social impact, where we speak to innovative businesses, how they give, and of course, the charities that they love and inspire them. Now, whether you're an entrepreneur, a startup founder, or a business professional looking to stay ahead of the curve, the Wizard will show you how to build lasting social impact on the world. Are you ready to grow, give, and be inspired? Let's get started.
Hey, are you looking to scale your business from five figures to six figures or six figures to seven figures? If you are, I have the perfect thing for you. What I want you to do today is I want you to go download a book. This book is going to take you through my 3-pillar system. It's 100% free. All you have to do is go to growfast.cash. I say again, go to growfast.cash and you're going to be able to download my free international best-selling book, which is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. You can take that book. It's going to help you scale your business to the next level. Again, go download it. Be good, be brief, be gone. Growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. Enjoy.
My name's Dennis Damiano. I'm actually the, chairman of America Helping America. We're a nonprofit organization that our whole goal is to bring the focus back to America. Our whole goal is to make the changes to the problems we have at home. So, there's so much to do. There's so many people that we can help. There's things that we don't see, we turn a blind eye to, that somebody else will take care of, that somebody else doesn't want to, handle it, or we don't know how to handle it. There's a lot of organizations out there that do a lot of things, but our whole focus is to take care of America. I've been working a little bit with Sharing Your Credit, and I got to tell you, these people are amazing. They're helpful. They've really brought me into a direction that's helped a lot, helped a lot of people do a lot of things. With that in mind, America Helping America, we don't believe in giving a homeless person money or a person on the street begging for money. We don't believe in that. But what we do believe in is helping that person. You can take somebody and you put a roof over their head, you get them a hot meal, you get them some clean clothes, you re-educate them into the job market, and we can help them get a job. That helps America. Just giving somebody money on the street, okay, it solves a problem for 30 seconds. We don't know what they do with it, where they go with it, and what happens next. But if we can help them, we can take them off the street. We can put them in a place, okay? They have a room. They have a bed. They have a shower. They have someplace they can make a hot meal. There's a spot for them to learn, to reorganize, to re-educate themselves in today's market, and then put them back in the job market, give them their self-esteem back. We've helped America. Same thing with, battered women and children. There are so many people out there that don't have a safe place to go. Our whole goal is to have a facility that we can take care of the homeless, we can organize, we can take care of battered women with children, we can have a nursery, we can have a job center, an educational center, and it's possible, it's feasible, and it can be done. But we need America's help to do it. So that's what we're about. And we're looking for America to help us.
Normally I do a little bit of a roll-in and I say, good morning, everybody. And I'm sitting here with Dennis from America Helping America, right? But Dennis so naturally rolled into what he does, and he even would have answered my first and foremost question. What is your organization? What is it about? I think we just got that in a 2-minute hit. Dennis, I got to ask you a question here, right? And that is, what got you on this particular path? It's one thing to be in the country, to love the nation, and to see its needs. But most people sit on the fence, right? Or should I say, most people are sitting on their hands. So you've already jumped out there, and you're you're making the push. You see the needs of where we are. What got you from off the couch and pushing to get all of this done?
Because unless somebody does it, it's never going to happen. I can't tell you how many times we've seen people on the street, at McDonald's, at Dunkin' Donuts, at gas stations, just looking for money. I've talked to a lot of these people.
Mhm.
Okay. And some of these people are intelligent, but they lost their way. They lost how to find the resources that they need. And it's sad. We have vets, we have people that were in the military. They've just lost their way. They have nobody to help them out. But if we help them, we push them, we give them a little start, we make America better. They're back in the job market. They're earning money, paying taxes, buying cars, houses. They're back in America. This helps America out.
Right. Right.
And that's what it's there. I mean, America can do this, and we can do it.
Amen. So tell me something. Have you do you have a situation? Have you had somebody that you've worked with, and that you were trying to give them a little bit of a leg up that you can tell us about?
Well, yeah, I actually have some videos on YouTube. I mean, I actually just the other day,
Well,
last week.
we're gonna put a link. We're gonna put a link in to the other stuff, right? Make sure we get that on the other side, and we don't have to use the person's name, to because we're not here to embarrass anybody. But there's always we love seeing the world doing good in the world, right? Tell me
So
about somebody that
there was this
you were
gentleman.
with.
Okay, I'll be happy to. Will, I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
go.
it was a Sunday. There was this gentleman. Okay, I was walking around outside. I generally do because I like to see everything,
Mhm.
and I'm just watching him, and he looked. He had a backpack, and he looked a little disheveled. And I'm talking to him, and he had a bike. He's from Pennsylvania. He had a bike. He let's ask somebody to hold it when he went in the store, and somebody stole his bike, just his bicycle to get around. Why would you do that? Okay. Um, he didn't have a lot of money. He said he hasn't eaten in 2 days. So I didn't want to give him money. Instead, I went back home. Okay, and we had some homemade soup that we did, and I made him a whole big bowl of chicken soup, and I brought it back to him, and what a difference that makes.
Mm.
Okay. And he's smart. The guy he had a windshield business, washing business that he was doing. Just he's smart. That's a guy, that's a gentleman, that's somebody that we can actually help. That's somebody you put them in a place and they're back on the market and they're helping America. You don't know who we're going to help. You don't know what that person's going to do. You don't know what's going to happen. And then it comes down to children. We have a huge focus on children that don't have the tools necessary. Okay, these are our future leaders.
Mhm.
They don't have tablets, they don't have the computers, they don't have laptops. There's a lot of things they don't have, and yet these kids, these are our future leaders. They're underprivileged right now, but they're intelligent, they're smart, and they can succeed. What's wrong with helping them? I mean, look at what
Nothing.
our look at what our world is right now. We need educated people. Our generations are getting older, and the younger generations, we need to help them so that they see how it is.
Right.
So,
So let me ask you a question. And anytime you've got a story like that, interrupt me without apology. I love to see boots on the ground. It's so it's so rare, but most of us think about it. So few of us do it. That's why I think people are gonna love you in terms of what you're doing. Is there a particular group that and you're like they all everybody needs help, but is there a particular group that for some reason particularly speaks to Dennis's heart, and at the end of the day when he's thinking about it, he's like, I there's so many people that need help, but when I'm doing my work, this is the main thing I envision.
The main thing is homeless people
Mhm.
and battered women with children. Okay. If we could get enough donations together, we can actually buy facilities, renovate them, and we have organizations that'll help renovate.
Right.
Right? We can get them roofs over their head. It is really, really sad to be out here, um, driving around, even walking around, and you see people that have such the opportunity that can make something of themselves, their families. And it's sad that they just don't have that push, that jump start. They've got nobody to help them.
There's there's some real terrible data on this, that most people don't realize, and that is, if you have a little thing and so you're homeless for a short period of time, right? Even a short period of time, how it can snowball into longer, much longer than you ever intended. Because if you're out on the street, you don't really sleep.
No,
And if they have a 36 plus hour or more of no sleep, the human body, the human mind starts having a psychotic episode. So well, maybe not me, because I might be about to have a psychotic episode, here on my couch in the air conditioner. I've got my own problem. People say Will is weird enough anyway. But your average human being, right? Your average Joe that you might see, at a baseball game or see at the cookout or anything else, you put us out on the street for 3 or 4 days and you're constantly worried about being attacked, stolen from, robbed, stabbed, killed, which is an ongoing problem, extremes in temperature. You never really sleep. And once you pass the 3 to 4 day mark, you can start having psychotic episodes. And a person looks like he needs to be on heavy, heavy medication. And what he needs is a shower and a bed in an air conditioned or heated room for 1.5 days. And all of a sudden, it's Will and Dennis having a normal conversation again, right? You would have thought this guy's bouncing off the walls. And I just found that so tragic. And you've always got such passion in your voice for helping people, and you're like, it's a fairly simple problem, and yet it's only a few dollars away. Doesn't that break your
it's
heart? It's a few
it
dollars.
does. You don't even know. Listen, our whole thought process was if we had 1 million people donating $1 a month,
Mhm.
okay, we could do this in every single state, right? One state at a time. Right now, down here, Florida needs it probably more than anybody. Okay. And then the Northeast is going to be next. But Florida definitely needs it. And it's a little bit easier down here because of the temperature and the climate, but they need it. Okay. Down here in South, I see so much. I see more than I've ever seen in my entire life. I see it more here than even in Arizona. And in Arizona, I mean, there's a big homeless population. But again, the climate there helps a little bit. But here down South Florida is big. Okay.
I've been, buddy, I've been to Arizona. Now, I was
Yes.
in Phoenix where it was 115 degrees, and
Correct.
every place out there has carports because every apartment complex, because you just can't have the sun hitting your car. How do you have a homeless um how do you have a homeless issue in Arizona? I mean, is this in the outlying regions and the cooler areas like Flagstaff and
No, right
Prescott?
in Phoenix itself. I was in Phoenix for 8 to 10 years, I think, 8 or 9 years.
How?
Okay. How?
Looking to grow your business beyond 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures plus? What I want you to do is go download this book. The title is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. It will help you grow your business past 5, 6, and 7 figure. Go download the book today. Growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and download the book for absolutely free.
They lost their way.
I know,
You
but I
know,
mean, how do you do it
they've
without
lost.
dying? I mean, you would
Oh,
just be
because they sleep under the bridges, they sleep in the bushes. Okay, we're not talking about, they're not in the desert. There's cities. There's
right.
so many, there's a lot of places where they can stay in the shade. And then they're just out, on the street every day. Isn't it better if we could drive around in our own neighborhoods, even on the streets or anywhere that we go, and instead of seeing people on the street that shouldn't be there, that holding signs saying we'll work for food, help us get money, you know, some of them are handicapped. Is it better not to have these people actually out in the workforce?
Right.
There's millions of places looking for employees. Can we not help them get jobs? Then they can buy food and they have a roof over their head, and then it rotates because they get, if they're earning money, they get the money back in the bank, they get their own place to stay. I mean, that place is for the next person, but it's there. But oh yeah, Florida, Arizona, they all sleep under the bridges.
So, Dennis, I got to ask. I know it's important to you. Why is this important to you? Why is this important to Dennis?
Why?
I feel like something in your life, something made the scales fall from your eyes, and you speak about this like somebody opened up your brain and took a hot cattle brand and put this cause in the middle of your brain. What
Because
made this so important to Dennis?
I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Mm.
We talked about Arizona for a minute. I lived out there
Mhm.
and it was hot. And there was just a gentleman walking around, holding a sign, looked like he was going to die of thirst. So
Right.
we bought a bunch of, liquids, water, sodas, Wendy's. I mean, we just did a lot of stuff. And I went to go bring it to him and he had his whole family. And it was really sad. And so then I just thought about it for years, trying to figure out how to do it, who can help me with it, and how we can make it happen. We finally put a team together that we can do this.
God bless you. Oh my gosh.
Okay. And it's sad when you see, sometimes I want to cry. It's really sad to see it and know that America can fix it, but nobody knows how to fix it. And we've just figured out how we can do it. We
I think
figured
we
out
also
how
think
we
it's a
can
bigger
make this work.
I think we also try to make it a bigger problem than it is when most of the time with a few dedicated people, it's a few dollars away, right? And it's just and
Yeah, it's
the
not a lot.
proverbial the old thing is how do you eat an elephant, right? It's one bite at a time. But
It's
for those for the kids in the back, and I like to say this, right? This was Georgia. I'm from Georgia. Georgia, man, it gets hot here. You think you're in Satan's left armpit in August, right? It's warm. But in Phoenix, Arizona, what Dennis is talking about, in Phoenix, Arizona, if you've ever had a safety or first aid class in PE or gym or anything coming up, one of the first things they always told you is don't move the person, don't move their body, right? Because you're just there to help. But you don't know whatever until an EMT, a medical technician gets up there. In Phoenix, if there's a car wreck and a person is laying on the road, they move the person. They go out there, they run out there with boards, and then they put the person on the boards because the street is so hot, it will give the human third degree burns, right?
oh
And
yeah.
and you're coming across people that are out there in the heat, no water, no anything, and then you go to help him, and then you see it's not him, it's a family. It's a family. That has got to be heart wrenching, right? Because it's kind of situation you're like there, but by the grace of God go I, and you're like it's a few bucks. It's a moment out of my time to get a little water, maybe a drink, some Wendy's, help this person out. And was that what set you on the dentist path of
Yeah,
helping
but
America?
and it's funny because that's why I say I don't believe in giving just a homeless person money or just because you don't know what's going to happen there, and it's going to have the same situation over and over and over again. They're not getting anywhere.
Right.
They're not they're not bettering anybody. They're not bettering America. They're not bettering themselves. They're not helping their family. You give somebody $5, where does it go? But if we can provide them a shelter, a hot meal, a hot shower, fresh clothes, get cleaned up, that person feels better already.
Another human being to look in their eyes and say, you're not a
You know,
shadow. You're not a lost
right.
person on the
You're
street.
worth something. You know,
Right.
and then jobs, it's easy to get somebody a job.
Hmm.
There are so many people out there looking for jobs. McDonald's,
Everybody
I
is
mean,
hiring.
everybody's looking for employees.
Every
Okay.
business I know, they tell me we are at least 10% shy of a full staff. 10%, which is,
Yeah.
if you run a business, that doesn't seem like a lot. It is a huge number, right? They say we're at least 10% short of a full staff. Um, and that's an amazing thing. I tell people that, that jobs are hiring all over, but hard to get that if you're been on the street for a few days or a few weeks or a few months, and you look like, a fried egg that fell on the floor and rolled up in a bunch of dust bunnies, right? I mean, you look rough, you're
They're not
unkempt,
going
you're
to
not
hire
ready.
you.
Right.
Right. And we can change all that. It's really not a lot of money. I mean, we throw more money away on food. We go to the restaurants, we throw more money away. A burger costs $12, $13 in a restaurant. We throw that away if we don't eat it all.
Yeah, it's insane.
Alcoholic drinks are $5, $10, $15, depending on what you're drinking. So have one less. Donate to America.
Right.
Do something special for somebody you've never met. You're going to feel better about it.
I love this, and I love this cause. I met a woman, and it was so right up your alley. She takes it from a different standpoint. Um, but years ago, she was homeless, and she told me a story, and I said, "You have a book in you, right?" And she said she was running through some area. She said she doesn't remember exactly why. She thinks she was being chased by a man, right? A man she didn't necessarily know, but that's the whole point. When you're homeless, it's even worse if you're a woman. That the night before, she had either slept on a roof or under some, you know, on a business's roof or under somebody's porch where they didn't see her. And she stopped and she saw outside a little cafe somebody eating outside because it was a semi-pleasant day, right? She's covered in sweat and grime, and they're sitting out there at a table and they're having brunch. They're not even having breakfast or lunch. They've got a slice of melon with it, and there's a little dog. And she said that was her highest dream, right? That would have been like for her winning, the Mega Millions lottery. She was and and she was so busy, as she would say, climbing up to normal, right? She felt like she was in this pit and she didn't have a lot and she was able to get out. And a few years later, she said she went and borrowed a dog from a friend because she didn't have a dog, and she and a friend, and they went not only to a cafe, she went to that cafe, and they sat outside and they had a little, brunch, and she was showered and clean. And I hear that story in everything you're saying, right? It is there, but for a few dollars and a little bit of a leg up. How many people can we help? Everybody? I don't know. Maybe not,
No.
but we can help a lot, right? And
Yeah.
those people can help somebody else. That's the whole point. Then this woman, she is the Energizer Bunny with helping other people get through some rough periods in their life because she's seen it and she's lived, the real experience. So, Dennis, I love your zeal in this. I love your passion. Real quick, now we're going to put the links for everything also below. Everybody's going to be able to click on this. But tell us again, real quick, where they can find you, just so people have it in their ears. And we're going to put all the links under us.
Okay. Well, you can find me. Our website is americahelpingamerica.us.
Right.
We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram at America_helping_America. We have a Facebook, America Helping America.
Mhm.
You find me on PayPal. You're going to find me on PayPal Giving Fund, Give Liffey, Zeffy. I mean, right now we're running a campaign for children in Georgia, actually.
Hmm.
We want to collect $150,000. We're going to give somebody a car.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So, but we have to get to our goal of $150,000, and then we can, we're going to give them a car. It's going to be a raffle. And then we're going to take care of some kids right there in Georgia. Okay.
Well, per usual, now, if you're watching this, you know what we do. If you have a business, you can say, I can write Dennis and America, Helping America, a check, or I can let the Visa MasterCard system do it, which is always good. I love when a business automates their philanthropy and chooses some worthy organization like Dennis's, because then you know it's being done automatically, day after day, month after month, year after year, right? We have businesses that have been giving to their charities now for 13 years and counting. And Dennis and his undiluted passion for this cause is not a bad one to choose. If you would like to be able to help this worthy cause, click below and we will show you how. Dennis, thank you again for coming on with us. Nobody can say I think he's faking it. Nobody's gonna say this guy isn't real. He doesn't really walk the walk. And I'm glad you met that one guy and his family, and got him something back in Arizona, and helped you, get on this particular path. We need more people on it. But I also believe in your dream, 1 million people giving $1 a month, $1 every month, right?
In every state, it's not that hard. It's easy.
$1 a month.
Right. It's not that hard. It's easy. What's $1? That's $12 a year. 1 million people in every state, $12 a year.
Right.
What,
I love
it. And it's there. The funding is there. We can do it. It's, it's not that hard.
So Dennis is out there fighting the good fight for us. We've all seen somebody on the street. He would like you to remember to keep your eyes a little bit more open this week as you go about your business, and don't just look the other way. If you'd like to help, click the link below and we'll tell you how. Dennis, thank you again for coming on with us.
Thanks, Will. And
we're going to let you get back out to that beautiful day.
Yeah. And again, I got to give a lot of credit to sharing the credit for helping me. And I think more people need to find out about you. So
thank you, sir. That's a kind
all right.
blessing.
It's my pleasure. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond, book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best and grow, scale, and win.
That wraps up today's episode of The Wizard of Cause. We hope you've enjoyed the insights and ideas shared in today's conversation. Now, if you found value in this episode, don't forget to subscribe and tell us how we're doing. Your feedback helps us bring you more content that matters. And of course, stay connected with us for updates, tips, and more. Until next time, keep giving, take care, and keep making an impact.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God. It's beautiful.